Hello everyone, it's that college football guy here with another video. Well, it's the Saturday prediction show. All the games we got going on, and we got a bunch at them. Uploads are taking a little bit slower right now, so there is an 11 a.m. kickoff Eastern, which is Navy at number 20 UCF. That may have already gotten started by the time this gets going, this uploads, but we'll see. I have my doubts. But anyway, first and foremost, let's get the housekeeping out the way. Everybody, hit the thumbs up button, please. It helps the algorithm, helps the analytics, helps the video to get seen by more people. Comment on the video. I love interacting with everybody. And subscribe to the channel. We just crossed 200 subscribers and see if we can get on our way to 300. All right, now, let's get into that early game we're talking about. Navy at number 20 UCF. It's 11 a.m. Eastern kickoff. UCF is a 15.5-point favorite. Navy is the triple option specialty. They're the run-dominant team. Not as bad as Air Force, who's got the most run-dominant offense in the country. But they're up there. UCF, pass offense, but they're favored by 15.5. I think that's a bit too much. I'm picking UCF to win, but I don't think they're going to cover it because Navy's just going to control way too much clock. 12 p.m. Eastern kickoffs. We got number 4 TCU at Baylor. TCU is a 2.5-point road favorite, which means they're thinking Baylor's got a shot, and they do have a shot at this. But until TCU, sorry my Baylor guys, but until TCU proves the fact that they can be beaten, I'm going to still pick TCU to win this one and cover that spread. Now we got Illinois at number 3, Michigan. Michigan's a 17.5-point favorite. Illinois had a bad week last week. Michigan's got a great defense. Illinois has a great defense. Michigan now has the number 1 defense in the country. Facing Illinois, who has offensive issues, I'm going to pick Michigan to win and cover that game. Austin Peay, FCS school at number 8, Alabama. Alabama by 42 points. You think they're going to cover? They'll win, but I don't think they're going to cover 42. That's just too rich for my blood. Louisiana at number 19, Florida State. Florida State's a 24-point favorite. Louisiana out to prove something here. Are they going to upset Florida State? No, but they're going to make it closer than this. It would surprise me if it's less than 2 touchdowns. But Florida State will win, but they won't cover. 2 p.m. Eastern kickoff. We got 2 games. Number 15, Kansas State at West Virginia. Kansas State is a 7.5-point favorite. West Virginia, Neil Brown loses this game. First off, West Virginia has to win their last 2 to be bowl eligible. They lose this game, they're out. Neil Brown, if any shot of him keeping his job, it's going to be done right here. So I think this game is going to be a lot closer than 7.5, but I'm still going to pick Kansas State to win, but they're not going to cover that. This is going to be a field goal game. Heartbreaker in Morgantown. We've got another FBS FCS game. North Alabama at Memphis. Memphis is a 36-point home favorite. I don't know about that one. I'll pick Memphis to win, but that 36 is a bit high for me. 2:15 Eastern, we have a number 23 Oregon State at Arizona State. Oregon State's a 7.5-point favorite. Arizona State's been up and down with their offense. Oregon State seems to be kicking. I think they're going to win and cover that spread. 2:30 p.m. Eastern, we got Boston College at number 18 Notre Dame. Notre Dame's got a 20.5-point favorite. Pines figured out the offense. Boston College has well been Boston College. They've had their upset games, but I don't think they're going to do this to Notre Dame in South Bend. So I'm picking Notre Dame to win and cover that game. 3:30 Eastern. Number 2, Ohio State at Maryland. Ohio State's a 27.5-point favorite. They're going to win the game. I don't think they're going to cover. I think Maryland's going to try to fight a little bit. It's going to be in Maryland. They're going to fight a little, but they're not. Ohio State's going to win, but they're not going to cover by that much. Number 11, Penn State at Rutgers. Penn State's a 19.5-point favorite. I think Penn State will beat Rutgers and cover that one. Number 24, NC State at Louisville. Louisville is a 3.5-point favorite. I don't see how. Louisville's had been lucky a couple weeks. Okay, you've had some good games. NC State's had some bad games. I'm going with the Sharks. I'm going against the sports books. I'm picking NC State to beat Louisville. Miami of Florida, the Hurricanes at number 9, Clemson. Clemson's a 19-point favorite. This is a game Mario Cristobal's got to look good in for recruiting purposes. Clemson on there is just trying to get their way, make sure they don't screw up. They played a little bit safe, so I'm picking Clemson to win, but they won't cover. I don't think so. Where was I at here? Subscriber game, Texas at Kansas. Texas is a 9-point road favorite. Okay. Texas has had horns down ever since they lost to Kansas last year. The Sharks are predicting Texas to win but not cover. In fact, they said it might go overtime. I'm going against it. I'm picking it happens 2 years in a row. I'm picking Kansas to beat Texas, upset Texas. And the last of 3:30 games, number 1, Georgia at Kentucky. Georgia's a 22.5-point home favorite. I think Kentucky's going to have something a little bit to prove after the beating they took recently. I think they'll play Georgia close. Georgia's going to win, but they're not going to. They may be only 21. They're not going to cover that point spread. I just don't see it. I'm sorry, folks. I just don't. All right, 4 p.m. Eastern kickoffs. We got Iowa at Minnesota. Subscriber game. Minnesota's a 2.5-point favorite. Iowa's had as offense has been up and down all year. Minnesota, Ibrahim is just a beast at running back. If there's any justice in this world, he is going to be one of the 5 finalists for the Heisman Trophy. But I'm picking Minnesota to win this game. They're 2.5-point favorites. They're going to win this. You got number 25 Cincinnati at Temple. Cincinnati's a 17-point favorite, but they have been letting teams stay in games far too long. They do not have a tendency to cover their point spreads. I'm picking Cincinnati to win, but not cover this one. 5:30 Eastern. We got Georgia Tech at number 13, North Carolina. North Carolina is a 21.5-point favorite. My apologies. I don't think Georgia Tech's beating Carolina. Carolina wants to make sure they go in smooth sailing going to the ACC championship game, so I'm picking North Carolina to win and cover. 7 p.m. Eastern. We got number 5 Tennessee at South Carolina. Tennessee's a 21.5-point favorite. South Carolina, they do have to worry about it. I think it's going to be a little bit bumpy early, unless Tennessee gets all over them. If Tennessee gets all over them, this is going to get ugly quick. If not, it could be on there, but I'm still picking Tennessee to win and to cover. Subscriber game, Boise State at Wyoming. Boise State's a 14-point favorite. For some reason, these two pay each other close. It has been like 10 points or less pretty much 6 of the last 7 games. And but against the point spreads, it's Boise State against Wyoming against the point spread is 1-6 against the point spread against Wyoming. They always play close. So Boise State's my 14-point favorite. I think they're going to win, but I don't think they're going to cover. I think it's going to be another 10-point game like it's been historically. 7:30 p.m. Eastern. We got number 14 Ole Miss and Arkansas. Ole Miss, a 2-point favorite on the road. Not exactly real good. Arkansas is trying to battle back. Is Lane Kiffin looking ahead of doing something else? Lane Kiffin, Auburn, I'm not buying it. But I'm doing another video about that one because I still think Lane Kiffin is like Dabo Swinney. They're both vying for Nick Saban's spot in Alabama. But anyway, number 14, Ole Miss at Arkansas, 2-point favorite. I'm picking Ole Miss to beat Arkansas, barely. Number 22, Oklahoma State at Oklahoma. Oklahoma is a 7.5-point favorite. Are you drinking the Kool-Aid? The starting quarterback, I'm forgetting his name, and I apologize for that for Oklahoma State. He will be back for this game. The guy who led Oklahoma State to a top 20 offense. He's back for this game in Oklahoma. Norman's thinking they got to win over a top 25 team. No, you don't. I'm going with the Sharks. They're picking Oklahoma State to beat Oklahoma against the point spread. 8 p.m. Eastern. You got number 7 USC and number 16 UCLA. Battle a big-time game in terms of Pac-12 championship game situations here. College football playoff. USC is a 2.5-point road favorite. I think that's about right, and I think USC is going to win probably by about a field goal. This is going to be a close game. I'm picking USC to win. 9 p.m. Eastern, we got UAB at number 6 LSU. LSU is a 14.5-point favorite. That sounds about right. LSU should win that one. You've got Colorado at number 17 Washington. Washington is a 30.5-point favorite. If Michael Penix Jr. and Washington fall asleep, Colorado can cover. If they actually show up and are awake, they'll win this game and cover the point spread. 10:30 p.m. Eastern, you got a subscriber game. Fresno State at Nevada. Fresno State is a 22-point favorite. Nevada has one of the most anemic offenses in the country. Fresno's going to win and cover that. You've got another game for Pac-12 championship game possibilities. Number 10, Utah. Number 12, Oregon. Oregon's a 3-point favorite at home. That's about right for the way they're going right here. I think Bo Nix is going to bounce back, and I'm going to pick Oregon to beat Utah. And the last game, the reason for the red, 11 p.m. Eastern kickoff. UNLV at Hawaii. They're playing in Manoa in Hawaii. UNLV is an 11-point road favorite. Hawaii has a good rushing attack. Passing has issues for them. UNLV's defense is bound there. They're getting healthy. They're getting the right way. I'm picking UNLV to win and cover. So, tell me what you think about all the predictions I made in this game. Any of them you agree with? Any of them you disagree with? Let me know down in the comments, all right? Oh, time to watch some college football, isn't it? So thanks, everybody, for watching the video. Hope everybody has a great Saturday enjoying some college football or wherever you're at. Be safe out there, and please, be good to each other.